Windsor Castle glowed with festive brilliance. But amid all that winter radiance, there was one moment that made the entire hall fall silent. It wasn't the German president or the distinguished guests who captured the room. It was the moment Princess Catherine stepped into St. George's Hall, and instantly became the center of everything that followed. This was Germany's first state visit in 27 years, an event planned with extraordinary precision. From supermodel Claudia Schiffer and director Matthew Vaughn to celebrated artists, diplomats, and public figures, the guest list alone was enough to make the evening historic. Under the light of 158 flickering candles, beside a towering 20-foot Christmas tree, the hall shimmered with the timeless grandeur of Windsor, and even that magnificent setting was outshone in a single heartbeat. Catherine appeared in a soft, pale blue Jenny Packham gown, its long, elegant silhouette flowing behind her like light made tangible. Each step carried a quiet confidence, the kind that comes from knowing the entire room had been waiting for her. And she did not disappoint. Because the gown was only the beginning. The true centerpiece was her tiara, Queen Victoria's Oriental circlet, a legendary piece created by Prince Albert, the German-born consort who shaped so much of the British royal aesthetic. With its mogul arches and 2,600 dazzling diamonds, the tiara hadn't been seen in public for nearly 2 decades. Yet here it was, reappearing on Catherine's head like a forgotten chapter of royal history finally reopening. And no one missed the subtle message behind her choice, a diplomatic gesture delivered in the most elegant language the monarchy possesses, its jewels. This was not an accessory. It was a statement. A quiet reminder of the centuries-old connection between the British royal family and Prince Albert's German heritage, chosen with a level of intention only Catherine could communicate so gracefully. But she wasn't the only figure drawing attention that night. The senior royals arrived in impeccable form, Prince William in traditional white tie with the Order of the Garter sash, Queen Camilla in a deep green lace gown crowned by the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, and an array of dukes, duchesses, and royal relatives stepping into the hall like a living portrait. The banquet itself was a masterpiece. Long tables gleamed with gilded silverware, crystal glasses, and floral centerpieces gathered from Windsor, Buckingham Palace, and the Savile Garden. The menu read like a tribute to winter luxury: hot smoked trout, Windsor partridge wrapped in delicate pastry, crushed seasonal vegetables, and a dramatic baked Alaska that drew gasps from the room. The red wine, a 1995 Chateau Lane Fleur Petrus Pomerol, had been chosen specifically to honor the year the German president and his wife married. Even the cocktail, infused with chocolate and cherry brandy, paid homage to the Black Forest. And as always with royal events, a few subtle details stirred the most amusement. Keir Starmer was seated beside Claudia Schiffer, and his expression said more than words ever could. Meanwhile, Prince William was deliberately kept at a diplomatic distance from the German supermodel, perhaps to avoid reviving the legendary story of his teenage crush, when posters of Claudia, Cindy, and Naomi famously covered his bedroom walls. But the brightest moment came from the king himself. Charles filled the hall with laughter as he joked about the German automotive industry, noting that no modern luxury car could rival the comfort and lowest emissions vehicle in the world, the 6-horsepower royal carriage. His playful nod to the never-ending football rivalry between England and Germany only added to the warmth of the evening. And yet behind the humor lay a deeper message. Charles spoke of the darkest chapters in Anglo-German history, acknowledging the suffering of past generations while celebrating the friendship rebuilt from that pain. The German president responded with heartfelt gratitude for the Windsor family, whom he credited with strengthening ties between the two nations across decades. The evening came to a close, but its meaning lingered. Because this was more than a state banquet. It was the renewal of a historic bond, illuminated by the glow of tradition, the laughter of the present, and the hope of a shared future. And somewhere within the glittering moments of that night, it became clear that the story of the British royal family still has many chapters left untold, and the night at Windsor was only the beginning.